Okay, in this video, what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you probably my most elaborate funnel. And the reason I wanted to kind of break it all down for you because if you look at the things as I go through them what you understand is that all these things working together, yes, it took a little bit of time to develop each one and get it all orchestrated, but the value is totally there and it's literally a license to print money. Okay. So here it is. The company, see, I own a company called BidPoint Business Solutions, and basically BidPoint deals with commercial energy, that's natural gas and electricity. Where I look for my job as part of the company owner is I look for people who want to make a residual income in commercial energy. That's stuff like businesses, refineries, hospitals, hotels, restaurants, things like that. Okay, if I can get somebody, whether it's cold market or warm market, to go through the whole funnel and come out the end, there's a tremendous amount of money there. Okay, so how it works, and let me show you. Let me break down each element, and I'll show you. So I originally started with this idea that if I could put like a book together, it would at least put something out there. And I'm going to show you the actual funnel images in a minute. But if I could get something out there that was my lead magnet offer to a targeted market, and then build a little rapport with them, and to get them to then be, to go through that portion of the funnel, to entice them with the company as my offering, then they enroll and so on. Okay, so I'll go through this step by step. So my energy book was my main thing, is the download. They could get a PDF, and I'll show you that on the next page. I use these traffic sources. I use AdWords, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And obviously, the lifeblood of a business is the new blood, and that's been said in every networking company or any business really. And learning how to send that traffic to your sites is the ultimate way to make this thing work faster. Okay, dollar in, $2 out, license to print money. So what I did is I created this funnel, and I basically mapped it all out ahead of time so that I knew the strategic points and the pinch points potentially that I had to put together, that would get me to get me to people to launch. Okay, is really what it comes down to. So as an example, they opt in here. I then send them a sequence of videos. Okay, that's four of them, and then by the time the fourth one comes in, it's directing them to basically saying, hey, you really, if you watch this video, you're this far, you definitely have some interest. All the things I covered, there's one company that offers all of these things right here for you to get the best bang for your buck, to just get paid on your referrals, is BidPoint. So I then I drive them to a presentation page on that call to action there. Obviously, on the call, once they see the presentation, it's pretty much a no-brainer because it's free to enroll in my company. I then get them to enroll, and they get a welcome email. So they go from this list to this list. Once they are on the welcome email list, now they've joined the company. I then run them through a certification training. Basically, certification training is just a handful of videos allowing me again to weed out the people that really either aren't serious or are serious and want to learn. Most of these videos are between 2 and 10 minutes long. I run them through that short sequence, but at the most important part is at the very end, I then drive them to fill out a little data information, and it gets emailed to corporate, where we then set them up with a launch call. The launch call is really the ultimate point that we know that we've got somebody that went from here through all this little maze, and they came out on the end. And in most cases, we're getting probably 25 to 30% of the people that go from here to here that do a launch call are closing deals, and a lot of these deals are significant deals. So it's a very simple mapping, and you can see it here is really what it's just, I drive it all to the one spot. So here's an example, right? So this is the landing page. Right here is a Facebook ad, which looks like a post. This is a blog post that I had on it. Here's some Google ads where I'm just driving traffic here, and then maybe I did a YouTube video. Okay, all roads lead to there. What happens then is they get to the opt-in page. This is the sequence of videos that I pump to them. The last video drives them to the corporate page right there. Once they go to the corporate page, they go through that sequence of videos that they can do on their phone, they can do on their computer, which ultimately leads them to a call. It's basically the application funnel combined with the squeeze page funnel in a nice elaborate mapping that allows us to put people in almost every day and bring dollars out the back end and build books of business and help these people succeed because everybody's on the same page talking about the right things at the right time with the right people. Think about that. That's why this funnel is so significant. Okay, so if I go back to the beginning here, it's really, again, if you take the time to start out with it, this was me right here at the very beginning. My very first attempt was, okay, I got a book, I got an idea, I'm going to get people to opt in and see if they're interested. That's all it was. I literally delivered a book, and then I might send an email and saying, hey, join my deal. Okay. Then I realized that, hey, if I added a little more value, I'd build more rapport, which I did, which increased the open rates on this thing. And then, oh, my call to action was here. I've actually, and the thing is, what's nice about this funnel, years ago, I used it for another company, the exact same book, the exact same funnel. And at the end, I drove traffic to, another company that I was working for. Then I got smart and started my own company, and I drive traffic to that, and I get people in, and then I go through and train them correctly. So now I've got them trained, I've got them aware, I've got them trained, and now the launch call is my business partner that does the launch call with all the technical side and helps close those deals. And again, I'm just worried about driving traffic now to this. Best part, guess what? 100% automated at this point. I maybe rarely have to even update things on here because it's all pretty static, stays the same every time, and people just go through it, and it's just amazing. Okay, so if you excuse me, so if you use one of these, it can, if you do it correctly, it'll build rapport, it'll build credibility, influence, drive people where you want to go, and you can make a ton of money if you put a funnel together correctly. So thanks, and I'll see you on the other videos.